everyone. This is Angela from the Fabric Candy Shop.
And Teresa Walker from the Crafty Nuisance.
And we are here for our first of the year officially for the Crafty Candy Chat.
Yeah, so technically we did already send well wishes for a happy new year to everyone in what was supposed to be our third episode. This is now our third episode because I got buried in other things and was like, "Oh, I'll come back to edit," and then we didn't edit it. So then we were like, "Well, now it's outdated. We were wearing yesterday's fashions." So now we had to,
And yes, we have so many new updates.
yes. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're going to start with an update on general shop shenanigans. Oh my gosh, shop shenanigans.
it does have a nice ring.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of shop updates. We have a lot of incoming lines since the beginning of the year. And we also have quite a few pre-orders that we've put into the group. The first quarter has generally been released for all companies. So it's always fast and furious when all of the companies release their new lines all at the same time. It is complicated to figure out what lines to offer um, and also not overwhelming us for a specific month. So,
Right.
we don't want to have 20 lines coming in July. That's just unreasonable. So sometimes it's really hard for us in the shop to be able to pare that down to figure out which lines that we want.
And I
So,
am
anyways,
zero help in that.
no. You love
I'm like,
all
no,
of
but have you seen
them.
this? Yeah, but all of those and these other ones here.
Yes, that really happens. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have some new lines in the shop. I am an Alice fanatic, so anything I see that's Alice is coming into the shop. We have in the beginning, Jason Yenter's new Alice line. We also have a new Timeless Treasure of Looking Glass Alice with the Cheshire Cat and Alice is in the blue dress. It is like, oh, it's so gorgeous. If you have not seen
It's
it
really good.
yet, it's in the new
I'll
arrivals.
do that.
We have a new steampunk line that came in, Wild Beauty, which is a peacock line. And oh, we have American Bold. That
Oh,
is a
yes.
very contemporary line that just popped into the shop. And we have some new Tilda pre-cuts. I think
And
that's
you know
it.
the Frank Lloyd Wright one, it was one where it looked cool in the pre-order. And then when you did the in-person picture, I was like, what is this fabric line? Like it took me a minute to
Mhm.
realize I had seen it before because it just looks so much more, I don't know. There's something about that collection that's awesome. It would be so
Yeah,
good for like backgrounds and stuff and like doing like
yeah.
a more like high contrast thing with solids and that in the background, like FPP stuff. Because if you chop it up in tiny way,
Oh, for sure.
so now
Yes.
I'm clearly gonna have to order that. And
Right.
I thought I
There's
was safe. I
blender.
wasn't.
There's like 6 or 8 blenders that go with it, and they're all dots and they're different color, but they're muted. They're just so
So good.
beautiful.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So that's what's in the shop. And let's see what else. We have some delays this week with the weather and the snow and all the crazy stuff that's going on across
Yep.
the country. And
And just for perspective and context, I live in
yes,
the Twin Cities in Minneapolis, St. Paul general area in Minnesota. So the things that you may be hearing about are happening literally on
yes.
the streets here.
Minnesota's essentially shut down right now, I think,
Yeah,
right?
and today especially, I mean, we have the crazy pants weather. It was like minus 52 or something this morning. Um, but there's just a lot of general unrest.
Yes.
So we are trying our best to work around it and sort of with it when it comes to the weather. And then we get exciting things happening in Angela's neck of the woods in New York. So there's just, we are doing our best and keeping our fingers crossed.
Oh, one other thing before we talk about the wolf updates,
Hmm.
we received some really big boxes of new notions. There is some
Oh
really
God,
fun stuff.
so good.
Um, I know. I'll let you talk about the Soul Line product. I think that you should talk about it because you have more knowledge of the new update. We have a complete restock of Tula rulers and notions,
Yep.
and we also have some new things. We have some cleaning tools for the sewing machine. We have what
Some
else? We have a lot of
clover,
new. Oh yes.
the Sally tomato clips.
Yep.
I mean, I
New
don't.
rotary cutter that's
Oh
boom.
yes, the oh gosh, the Midnight Edition rotary
Mhm.
cutter. And by the way, as I was getting that ready for the tasty, and I was looking up LDH scissors, there's a
I
lot
saw
more
them.
where that came from,
I know.
and
I know.
because they also have the Midnight scissors.
I looked at them. They just look nice. I'm a
They do.
sucker for like classy. Just the look of them is
Yeah.
really appealing to me.
See, I was so excited I almost lost my mint. Jeez. Yeah, so the notions are on fire right now. There are so many good things coming in. And um, again, we had one of those moments of, well, do you want to look on the websites to, round out the shipping? And I was like, yes, I do,
Mhm.
indeed. So the combi is a double-ended version of this marker. So there's a medium tip on one side and a fine tip on the other, and it still comes with the same eraser. So that was a really, really long explanation of you need to go and get the Sewline combi. It is
Mhm.
noted in today's tasty that's about to go out. Um, and I'm so excited. And I'm really glad that the people who have clearly been waiting for these
I know.
updates, not only did they find them immediately,
They did.
they didn't just buy one, they didn't just buy two. They did the same thing that I did and bought a handful because we've all been waiting and now they're here. So, all of those things, the Styla, which is their water soluble, the Trio, the Aqua Eraser, the Combi, the Air Erase, all of them are now all in stock. So, that's super fun.
Mhm.
Oh, and then the Pocket Shoppers from Ruby Star, those are also in. So, check the tasty. There is a whole bunch of stuff that we put in, but there are so many new arrivals that there's just sort of a blanket go check the notion section because there's just so much that all came in at the same time. So,
Yes.
and now
Right. Moving on.
moving on to the
Okay.
wolf.
So if you recall, this is a joint effort from the Fabric Candy Shop and Teresa and Ian from the Crafty Nuisance combined together. They're the creators of the pattern, and we are hosting the kits to go with the pattern. So there's a lot of moving parts and pieces for this to come together. So on our end, we were waiting for the uh next shipment of gray work to come into the shop, and that has happened. And after Christmas we were waiting on just one fabric, and that has also happened, so it gave us time to slowly start cutting everything for the kits. The kits have now been cut and we've started shipping out today.
It's glorious.
It's really been fun over this past week. Kelly and I have been focusing on these kits all week long, and so we set up a table and then we ran out of space and then we had to set up another table. And so the way that they're all like, it's sort of
You're
piecemealed,
surrounded.
but you will get the idea when you see it. And then the final is we just it's beautiful. So we're very excited. Kits did start shipping today, and then we have this huge winter storm coming over the next few days. So I imagine that that's going to delay the mail a little bit. We're also waiting for some additional products to come into the shop that may end up being in a delay as well, coming across the country. And so our goal is to, um, by the end of next week, we should be able to be at a place where we are shipping all of the rest of the kits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very exciting.
If you have a Flisbee in your order, those words just sound so fun together.
They do.
If you have a Flisbee in your order, that will go out toward the end of next week. At this point, we're hoping Friday. We'll let you know if anything changes from that, but that should work. And related to that, the pattern. So again, I already told you all of this in a previous episode that you haven't seen and will never see. So, the thought was there. I did tell you, I just didn't tell you. Um, it's like, the friend who sends a text message and you reply in your head, and then like a year later, you realize you still have not actually responded to them. Yeah. But the same thing. We had a great conversation. You just weren't aware of it. And so when we knew that the supplemental order for gray work was going to take some amount of time, we thought, oh, this is great. Now we can do all the things to the pattern that we really want to do, that are probably more than what most people are picturing would be in a pattern. So I have been spending the last many, many, many weeks, basically since a little before Thanksgiving, on the Scrappy Heart tutorial series, because that sort of weaves into the wolf pattern, because I was able to use a lot of those images and sort of kind of getting my brain in order to make sure I put in as many details and pictures and helpful hints, and don't forget about this thing. There's also this thing. If you find yourself in this situation, all is not lost. Because I wanted to make sure that even if you don't need all of that detail, if you do need it, it's already there and you don't have to go hunting for it. So it still feels incredibly surreal, like this is actually happening. And this wild idea that we had over a weekend has somehow become an actual thing.
Yeah,
It's
it really is.
it's so
And
cool.
and then everything happened really fast. Like
Yeah,
it was an idea, and then like within 3 or 4 days, it was like a more concrete idea,
yeah,
and it just snowballed. Yes.
yeah. I think that is the thing that people who haven't sort of been in like the social Sundays and things like that, where they've heard us talking about the wolf and kind of the different stages of development, it seems like it's something that we had in our back pocket for a year and that we had been planning this. This was not planned in any way, shape, or form. It was, wouldn't it be cool? It is cool. We need everybody to have this cool thing. And it was just a bunch of things aligning well. Having the restock of gray work, I mean, that was, I can't even describe how perfectly planned that was, because otherwise we would have only had a handful of kits, which was still going to be fun. Like we were still excited about that. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
it really worked out well. Oh, we
yeah.
do have some extra kits too that
Oh,
are
yes,
available.
yes.
And we also
And
have,
border kits.
yes. Yep.
Yep.
So those are still available to order.
And try me kits for the Scrappy Heart.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, in the stick and sort labels,
Mhm.
we have those separate from the Flisbee. So, and they are so worth it.
They are.
I wish we would have had them when we were making ours, because
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you've already ordered everything, you can still pop back in and just order the stick and sort. And we will ship those out separately too. Like they don't even have to ship with the kit. If you get
Yep.
everything and you're at home and you're like, oh, now that I understand exactly what it is, then you'll might feel like you need them, and there will be extra available for us to ship out.
I am so excited. I am grateful for everybody who has supported us and given us the space to get what we needed to done, waiting for things to arrive and whatnot. I ultimately, and this is hard to say when you as a customer haven't seen what we know exists. I am really happy that I was able to spend the time adding all of the details in that I wanted to. There's so many things behind the scenes that now it's just like making me, you can see my cheeks are getting red. I'm so excited about. So obviously more to come, but
Mhm.
the wolves will be getting into your hands soon.
And probably the best place to go to have that camaraderie is going to be the Sweet Stitchers group
Yes.
that is part of the Fabric Candy Shop.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you for bringing that up. So, in the midst of all of this, I was very grateful that one of our sweet stitchers said something earlier this week of, "Oh, I'll see you on Sunday." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So this Sunday, the 25th, is Social Sunday and Parade of Progress. So for those of you who aren't familiar, Parade of Progress, you submit a picture, you get to talk about progress that you're making on a project or something that you want to make, whatever it is, to have us help cheerlead you on to make it. Um, and then we have the Social Sunday after, which is our sort of casual open sew time. So because I forgot to post the send in your submissions reminder, I'm keeping the submissions open until 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday tomorrow. So if you haven't yet signed up for Social Sunday or you want to submit for the Parade of Progress, all of the information is in the Tasty News that is going out as we speak right
Hmm.
now.
Yep.
It's also in the Sweet Stitchers group. So yeah, so that's all in there. And if you, sometimes I get people who sign up for the social Sundays like right before they start or during. I try to kind of keep tabs, but it gets a little challenging, especially on Parade of Progress days where I'm sharing my screen and we're all interacting with each other. So if you find yourself in a situation of wanting to join, I will I will at least commit to checking a half an hour before it starts and as soon as the Parade of Progress ends. So if you end up missing it and you want to jump in at either of those times, you'll be able to get a response from me then.
Sure.
Um,
And if you're new to hearing about our social Sundays, it is definitely just a very relaxing environment. You can come and join us at whatever time that you want
yep,
between 2 and 5, and you can leave whatever time you want. And that's 2 to 5 Eastern. That's
yep.
Eastern Standard Time. So we're
And the
so
Parade of
glad.
Progress starts at 1. So
Yes.
we stick the Parade of Progress on an hour early. So we don't we try not to take up any amount of the open sew time.
Right. Yep.
So
But you can come in and check it out and see what it's all about. We'd love to have you. We are Our group is building every every month. It's pretty awesome. I love it.
and you get,
So,
random inside scoops on things. I say this
mhm.
every time where, if you see something out in the wild and you're like, oh, I wish there were a shop that carried this item. I mean, Angela's right there. I mean, and she can't be like, no, I don't want to order that because, she doesn't want to be rude in Social Sunday. So it's a good time. We have Angela in her most buttered up state. So, Crafty Candy Chat number 3 is actually going to get posted shortly. Um,
Thank you for joining us.
yeah, and don't forget to sign up for the Tasty News at the bottom of the Fabric Candy Shop homepage. That is the way you get all access to the things that we've talked about, especially if you're not good at keeping up with Facebook announcements and whatnot. But we also post in the Sweet Stitchers group. So those two places kind of keep you up to date on all of the happenings, updates on orders and things like that. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, so excited.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you all next time, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday.
Okay. See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.